Hello, my name is Kim Sauer for EMSNow at SMT Nuremberg. I'm joined today by Kiril Yanneff, CEO of a Bulgarian EMS company called Tremol SMD. Thank you for talking to us today.
Okay.
Kiril, tell us a little bit about your company.
We are part of a group of companies, Tremol Group, and our main business was cash registers, fiscal devices, so we are producing our own goods. And 2006 we decided that we want to have our own production, and the idea evolved and we decided to have a new business activity as the EMS production. So 2006 we decided that we want to have an EMS company within the group, and 2007 we started with 5 people and 1 SMT line, and now we are 150 and we have 3 SMT lines, 3 wave soldering lines, and manual soldering department.
So that's quite a growth in what, 6 years?
Yes.
What do you think the reason for that is? Is it because Bulgaria is or was an up-and-coming country and maybe still is, or your expertise?
We have the knowledge, the electronic knowledge, because historically we had this actually in the place. Most of the bigger cities in Bulgaria had at least 2 or 3 major electronic plants, 5 or 6 people each. So we had the bank of people, we had the knowledge, we had the attitude, we had the culture. And then it was just the investment, which our owner did, of course. And we had the right approach, the right attitude, and we got the right quality, of course, and the right lead times and everything.
Obviously,
prices, of course.
Yes.
At the end of the day, was pricing, of course.
And there is a trend, obviously, of investment of companies in Eastern European markets, and Bulgaria seems to be one of the more important ones within that.
Yeah, they're not rushing
Yes.
Western Europeans, but of course there is a trend. There is such trend, and we see automotive companies investing in Bulgaria and opening plants. We see industrial companies, samely, opening plants in Bulgaria. It's not like Romania, of course, but it's starting now. Hopefully, well, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know, we are still a low labor cost country, and that's, how to say, that's a start. That's the start, because we are, let's say, cheaper than Romania. We are cheaper than most of the other European countries. We cannot compete with China, of course, but we had other advantages. If you are talking about quantities, if you're talking about communication, if you're talking about lead times, then we can be the right partner.
And a good alternative. So, have you noticed a shift? Because you mentioned that traditionally you've had the electronics markets or production sites already there. Is there a shift that you've noticed in the type of electronics that are being produced in your country?
It cannot be specified. I just can say that there is a start, because 5 years ago there was just nothing, really nothing, and now our Western partners, they see the opportunity and they are taking it. They're taking it. So I cannot define, because we have automotive plants, we have industrial plants, we have medical plants. So I cannot identify a certain market or a certain type of electronics which is introduced in Bulgaria, but there is the start. So I think it will continue. I hope and I think that it will continue, but it will take some time.
And with the installed base that you've got in your production site, you're able to...
Yes, of course. I mean, currently we have automotive customers. Actually, we are covering all the 5 major markets. Automotive, industrial, our biggest share is industrial, then it's automotive, then it's household, and then we have a small portion of military and medical devices, which we are having. And we have all the necessary quality, we have all the necessary certificates, so I think we are on the right way. We as a company and we as a country.
Sure.
Yeah. And also, when we're discussing with our Western partners for transferring projects from China to Bulgaria, to us actually, they had the 3 major advantages that they stated. First, low volumes that we can cover, transport costs, and communication. So these are the 3 major advantages that they say, okay, in our crisis days, they are crucial.
Absolutely.
So
Yes, when everybody's looking at cost and time to market and efficiency
exactly.
and all of that.
We
obviously.
cannot beat the Chinese when you have millions of pieces. Okay, it's clear. But I hope in the future we could. We are ready to cover also high volumes, but for now.
Well, I think traditionally people still see, China and that Asian market as the high volume.
Yes,
and it probably will. But there's
the attitude from the past couple of decades.
Yeah, but things are changing.
They are changing, and I can tell you that they are changing.
Because the Chinese are demanding more money, so therefore they're no longer that low cost.
I was surprised to hear, sadly, that a Chinese engineer, process engineer, probably gets twice more than my engineer, which was, for me, it was a shock.
So, Bulgaria, the place to be in the future.
Absolutely.
Well, I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And further growth and development for
so
not just for your company, but also for Bulgaria as a destination. So, thank you very much.